Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about that little voice you've been hearing, and we're going to get you to learn how to silence the self-doubt. I'm here with Tara Mohr.
Thank you so much for having me. I am delighted to get to talk with you today.
Now, you know, all of us have that little voice in the back of our minds, right? In the back of our heads, whenever we're doing something different, something kind of out of the box, there's that self-doubt. What are you telling people about how to extinguish that?
Right. Well, I'm so glad you're mentioning that all of us have this voice, and even the people we look at and assume are confident often have it, and the people we love are struggling with it too. And so often the advice we get is just be confident, somehow will yourself to be confident. But that's not realistic for most of us, right? Especially, as you said, when we're doing things that are a stretch. And so my work for the past 15 years has been a lot about how do we not just say be confident to ourselves, but really develop a wise relationship with that self-doubt and have tools that we can use in the moment when it comes up, because none of us want that self-doubt directing the show and making our decisions in our lives.
Now, you know what? You said something, really important. Develop the relationship with the self-doubt. Don't try to, act like it's not there. Don't try to act like, it's not happening. I think that's what so many of us get into. We're trying to, act like it's not a thing, but it is. You just need to know how to navigate it. Is that right?
Such a good point. We might act like it's not happening. We might believe it as the voice of truth. So I often work with people who are like, isn't that my realistic thinking? Isn't that how I keep myself safe in the world, or how I perfect and do good work? Or some of us might think it's a voice that's helping us even achieve more. But really, it's not the voice of truth. We want to recognize it as that. We want to start to get to know how our own inner critic sounds, like its familiar patterns, as well as its new sneaky lines, and then have ways of responding to it, really so that it's that we want the voice of our values to be in charge in our lives, right? The voice of our dreams, not this invading voice of self-criticism.
Oh, I love that. The voice of our values, the voice of our dreams. That's another thing, to have an alternative to that voice. We have it, obviously. Sometimes we don't really know how to tap into it.
It's so true, because the voice of self-doubt is loud. When I will give talks, or if I'm talking in a conversation like this and I say to people, so that inner critic voice, people go, yeah, I need to know about that. But if I say, let's talk about your voice of inner wisdom, people are often like, what's that? Nobody's talked to me about that. And it's true that that voice of inner wisdom, where the inner critic yells, the voice of inner wisdom might be whispering. So we do also need tools, and this is another part of the playing big model for leadership that I write about and talk about. We need tools to discover what's that inner wisdom voice, and how do I also have a relationship with it.
Oh, I love that. Well, speaking of having a relationship, we have to know how to recognize it sometimes. So I can't let you get out of here without telling us how we can find the book, how we can, stay connected with you, because sometimes it's also just having that voice, that person on the outside, that, connection that's letting you know that this is possible.
Yeah, it's so true. The book Playing Big, we're celebrating the 10th anniversary this year. And I'll often hear from people, just the title Playing Big, or just the idea of enrolling in a course called Playing Big, that alone felt like such a big healing step to say, I do want to play big. I want to define what playing big means to me. So yes, whether it's through the Playing Big book or the courses or any source you get in your life that is supporting you in your own self-defined playing bigger, which is not striving harder and pushing harder, but really, what are my real dreams for my life and how do I go for them? We all need that support to counter all the challenges that come up for us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Could you close us out with your website?
Absolutely. It's just Tara Mohr, TaraMohr.com. There's lots of great free resources, and would love to keep being able to support people from there. Thank you for having me and for this thoughtful conversation.
Absolutely. It was my pleasure. All right, guys, take the opportunity to go to the website, learn a little bit more. Again, not just about what you are doing in your life, but maybe, getting the book, having that on the bookshelf to pull out and remind yourself of some tactics to use might be helpful. Take the opportunity to go to the website and learn more. And stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.